Right guys, last one of the week tonight, and then we might do one on Saturday. I'll go over one that we've already done previously with Isla, so we'll do like a little one for the whole family, sort of one that the kids can get involved with. Right, so tonight we're doing a twist on a fish pie. So what we need to start off with is the sauce. So around 40 grams of butter into a saucepan. Put you down there. Right, so 40 grams of butter. We need to melt that down. We're basically just making what's called a roux. So we need 40 grams of flour. Yep. Once that butter's melted, add the flour. And what we need to get it to is what I call, it needs to be sandy. So it needs to look like almost like sand. And a little bit more. I didn't measure that out, so it was a bit less. So just put that in. As always, I'll put the recipes up later on. So turn the heat up. We need to start cooking the roux out first. What I mean by cooking it out is so we don't end up with that flour taste at the end. So start cooking this roux out. So while that's been cooking, I've measured up the milk. So I've got a pint of milk. I've just popped it in the microwave. The idea behind that is that it just incorporates quicker. So it's a hot roux, hot milk. Just makes it to incorporate it quicker, yeah? So we're just going to start adding, this is a pint, yeah? So we're just going to start adding that. Keep stirring though. Otherwise, you're going to end up with lumps. A little bit at a time. This jug. I've picked the worst jug possible in the whole place. Right. Just keep stirring as we go along. This will help to do it quicker as well. But obviously if you're doing cold milk, that's got to come up to temperature as well. With the hot milk, it's already at the temperature that you're requiring. So it's just going to speed up the process, yeah? So we just keep adding it. I'll get the hang of this jug now. It's like one of those, remember those stainless steel teapots that you get in cafes? It just goes everywhere. You end up having like a napkin under your coffee cup. Right, so just keep that going like that. Right, just keep feeding it in a little bit at a time. Don't put it all in at once. Right, next. Once we've got this to a stage where I'm happy, then we're going to do the fish. Any fish that you want, from anywhere you want, right? You want to go to your fishmonger, your local fishmonger, and see what they've got. They'll do you a nice little mixture. They'll probably dice it all for you as well. If you just go to the supermarket, just go to the supermarket. Go wherever you're comfortable going. Right, so that's all the milk in there now. I'm going to turn that on to simmer. We're just going to let that cook out. Right, so I've opted for, let's put that out of the way. I've opted for salmon, yeah? Basically, because I'm just going to use the whole, I just went to the supermarket. I'm just going to use the whole side. I'm going to trim it down, and then I'm going to freeze some of the portions down for a later date. Right, so we need to skin this as before. So we touched on this before when we did fish cakes and stuff. We basically lay the skin down. Don't know if we can see. We need to make a little incision, and we need to go underneath there. And then just work your knife. Yep. Backwards and forwards. Use the knife. Make sure your knife's nice and sharp, yeah? And then just use your knife in a sawing action. There's not a lot left on there. So I'm quite happy with that. That'll go in the bin. If you've got a cat, feed it to your cat. I've got a dog that's just got more problems than anything, so he can't have that. Right, so next, let's have a little look at this. So this, right, when you get the salmon, this bit here is what's called the belly. That's perfect. What I used to do when I used to prep these before, I used to tunnel it down to the middle, and then we'd serve it into a little square, and then we'd use the belly for such as the fish cakes or croquettes or things like that, so there's no wastage. So we're just going to take the belly off, just like that. So that's, if you think that bit, so that's it, sits down at the bottom of the fish, yeah? So that's it, the belly. We're just going to take the top off and just square it off. So I'll portion this up for us, and that'll go into the freezer for a later date. Just into squares like that. And then get 3 nice portions for a later date. Plus we've got a fish pie for today. Right, so I'll just put that out of the way for now. So that's 3 portions of that, and then we've got this. Right, so dice up, yeah? Quite rough into a bowl, glass bowl. We're not doing anything fancy, right? We're not doing all these court bouillons. We're not poaching in milk. We're going to hit that straight in the microwave, yeah? We're going to steam that off. I don't think people use the microwaves enough. They use it for reheating food and that's it. Right. So, I've got a little plate, yeah? Straight over the top of that. That's going to go in the microwave for around 4 minutes, yeah? 4 to 5 minutes. You can put the fish in raw. What I tend to find happens if you put the fish in raw in the tray and then the sauce over, the fish has a lot of moisture. So when it's coming out, your sauce then goes really, really thin. This way, we're extracting that moisture straight away. That can go into the sauce, yeah, and we can adjust that. If it doesn't need any, then don't put it in. But it's flavour if it needs any. Mine probably won't do. So 4 minutes in there. I'm going to add the addition of just some cooked off leeks. These were just boiled up. If you don't like leeks, don't put them in. That's fine. Put some garden peas in there or something like that if you prefer that. That's absolutely fine, right? I like the leeks, so I'm just going to put them in. They were just cooked, boiling water, rolling boiling water for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then just refreshed under some cold water. What we mean by refreshing, just put that under the cold water, cool it down as quick as possible. You can put ice onto it. That's how we get the super green colour, do you know, in like the cabbage and stuff. We'll stick it straight into ice water and that kills it, that stops it cooking straight away. So if you go to these restaurants and that and all the veggies like super green, it's because they'll have plunged it into ice water straight away. Right, so the leeks have gone into the sauce now. Like I said, we're going to do a little twist on this. We're not doing a mashed potato top, we're doing chips. So chips and then cheese on top. Yeah, it's absolutely filthy. Right, and the chips that I'm gone for are the triple cooked ones. So the recipe is in the topics. The triple cooked chips, I think, are the best ones for this. Light and fluffy, really crispy. They do take a bit longer. The process is we part boil them, then we take them out of the water, we put them on a flat tray, we put them into the freezer. We freeze them for an hour, then we bring them back out, we put a pan of oil on, a large pan, only like a quarter, just under half full, right? On around 130 degrees, so it's a low, medium heat. Then we cook them, and they don't want to be coloured. We're just going to cook them for around sort of 8 to 10 minutes. We take them back out, drain them, put them on a tray, into the freezer, another hour. So then the final process is around 180 to 200, and then we just colour them off. And they're super fluffy inside, but super crispy on the outside. That's your triple cooked chips. It is in the topics, that one. So the fish has just got 2 minutes left. I'm going to add to this white sauce, I'm just going to add the addition of, you know what I'm going to say, my favourite, a stock pot. Goes in absolutely everything. I must go through loads of these. So I'm going to use chicken. You can use a fish or a vegetable one. I do like the chicken one with fish. Something about it really works. I used to do a really nice sort of halibut dish that I used to do like a chicken gravy with, and there's something about it, it really does work. Right, so the sauce is ready, the fish is in. It's another one of those quick ones. Once you've got the sauce ready and the fish, you can have the fish cooked the night before, that's fine. And like I say, use whatever. If you want to use haddock, smoked haddock, cod, whatever your local fishmonger might have in. You know, sometimes they'll have a fish pie mix that they've got already done. Add a few prawns in there, add a few mussels in there, make it your own. I've just gone for salmon purely because I'm going to save some portions for a later date as well. So, the fish doesn't have to be cooked all the way through because we're going to finish it off as well. With salmon, I don't like to cook it till it's dry. Cook it slightly under because the heat is going to hold heat and then it's still going to cook the rest of the way through, right? I think that's a problem that a lot of people do have. Right. That's done for me. So it was about 4 minutes in the microwave, Chef Mike. You can do it in milk if you want, with the old court bouillon, celery, onions, few peppercorns, bit of leek, cook it down like that and then use the milk for the sauce. Absolutely, you can do that. So, I'm just going to arrange this salmon around the plate. Like I said, bulk this up, put some spinach in there, put some peas in there, put a few, whatever really. Chop some broccoli up, blend some broccoli into the sauce, for the kiddies. If you're trying to get a bit more veg into them, blend some stuff through and then just pass it through the sauce. Anything like that really, right? This sauce is done, so straight over the top of that. So we're not going to get a lot more moisture out of that fish now. So the sauce isn't going to become really, really liquid. Right, the triple cut chips. So, we just want to lay them on top, just anywhere. Anyhow, anywhere. You can use anything you want for this. You don't have to use chips, use diced potatoes, use sauté potatoes. Make a couple of potato rosties up, lay them on top. Anything remember, these can be turned into your dishes. Whatever you want, twist them up a little bit, make them different. I'm just giving you the idea. Right, so loads of cheese. I'm just gone for, I think this one's a mild cheddar. But like I say, once again, whatever you want. If you want blue cheese, use blue cheese. If you want mozzarella, use mozzarella. It's up to you. Right. So we're getting there now. Right, well, fingers crossed for this grill. I'm going to try and get a little bit of colour on this. Remember, the fish is fully cooked, so the sauce is hot. So all we're looking for is that sort of gratin on top, which is like a golden, when it bubbles and it's golden? That's all we're looking for now. So I set everyone a little task earlier of adding 10 people each, and it's going amazing. We're going to hit that 4K, I think, very shortly. I posted up the Radio York thing earlier as well. That was really good. Good bit of PR for the page. It's going really well. Really happy with how it's going, and everyone's input, everyone's photos, everyone getting involved and really sort of pushing themselves in the kitchen now. That's what it's all about. And like I say, Saturday, me and Isla will be in the kitchen. So she's at 7 this month, so she's a little madam. So we'll do. It was one of the first dishes that we did, along with the kebab, that sort of went a bit crazy, and it's a chocolate bread roll thing, and you can do it with the kids at home, and it's whatever you've got in. It's a real simple, easy dish. We'll be doing that on Saturday, so and it'll be maybe about 5 o'clock or something. So if you tune in for that on Saturday, right, this is almost there now, so we're looking good. But yeah, this another real easy dish. Seen a couple of you doing the sweet and sour already that we did last night. The dishes that I'm trying to do is like 15-20 minutes, so it's there or thereabouts. Really, really quick and easy. You know, we shouldn't need to be buying a load of stuff in. Oh yeah, this looks really good now. What I'll do is I'll swizzle this. Just a bit of chopped parsley on top. You don't have to do that. That's like a little bit of greenery on top of there. Right, I'll swizzle this camera around now. We'll have a look at this. Right, so we've got fish and chip pie. Yes. Right, that's my tea tonight. So I think that looks pretty good. But like I say, change it up, guys. Just make some little rosties, put them on top. Diced potatoes. If you're using the air fryer, do something in the air fryer. I just like the chunky chips on top. I think they're quite nice. But yeah, twist it up with your fish as well. You know, go to the fishmongers, pick something a bit different that you probably wouldn't have, or pick it up on your normal shop. It doesn't really matter. But thanks for watching again, guys. It's absolutely brilliant. Cheers for all your support. Right, take care. We'll see you on Saturday about 5.